Hello everyone, Steve from PC World here, and Adam is joining me from Gamers Nexus. We're talking about handhelds.
My hair is not ready for that.
Handhelds.
Okay. 1 second, I'm sorry. 大家好 PC World fans, 我是 Adam, 他是 Steve, 我们在 Computex. Steve,
谁告诉你这些东西？
对。
你是他的老师吗？不是。
不是 yes. No, wrong. No, boo is not boo. Oh, dang it. Okay, yeah, that was my failed attempt.
I've derailed you. What was the rest of your memorized line?
我喜欢 snack. No, 你喜欢 snack.
Yes.
Really, the question is, Steve, now that
Yes.
we've gotten through all of this,
Yes.
Is it a crowded market? Are there too many?
Yes.
Are there just too many handhelds? Is it too complicated for people to decide, or should people just buy a Steam Deck and we're?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But there are too many handhelds. It is too crowded. It is too difficult for people to decide. I've just crushed the dreams of many of the vendors here, but genuinely, like, it's great.
I don't think there's any innovation. There's no, I mean, because there's people doing different form factors, like clamshell.
Absolutely, there's
Lenovo's
innovation.
got the, detachable controllers
and it can,
that I'm not, but it's fine.
I saw the comments on that one.
Yeah, they came out.
You said, this is my opinion.
I was obviously wrong in
This
my
is
opinion.
what I think.
Yeah.
And they were like, no.
No, wrong. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe there are some. Okay. Maybe there are some high-end ones from. I mean, obviously the Steam Deck rules. The ROG Ally, the Legion Go have like that built-in like fan base, obviously, right? But the rest of them are like. I mean, you can see the numbers for like an Aya Neo like Kickstarter. They say how many people backed it, you know, and it's always like 1,000 per campaign. I mean, that's not a ton.
So Aya Neo alone makes so many handhelds. It feels like they could be the whole market.
True.
You know, it's like if you took
theirs. I'm sure
theirs,
they'd want to.
Yeah, if you divided theirs by all the vendors, everyone would have one. You know, like, so Antec has. Did you see theirs?
I saw the Antec one, but isn't that a rebranding of an Aya Neo?
It is an Aya Neo one. I think I saw a comment that it's rebranded. I'm not actually sure. I don't know Aya Neos that well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think it's like a rebranding. Kind of thing,
well, I mean, so yeah, I think there's definitely still innovation. It's good that there's a lot of them in the market because it'll help kind of filter them in the early stages while it's developing. But at the same time, it is very difficult to keep up with. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, so the question I guess I would have is it too much? You know, is it a fad?
On one end, it's good to have competition.
Yeah.
Right, but on the other end, it's like, where do you go? And I guess it really can be filtered out by like, who do you trust? I guess. I mean, because there has, like, hey, it's Valve. Valve's a known quantity.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy games from the Steam store. I totally get it. And then there's the Shenzhen-based ones that are like, I've had my own problems with, getting parts replaced or updates or things like that. But sometimes you can get real cool form factors in different styles. So it's like a pick your poison to a certain degree.
So I think it's like, handhelds to me feel almost like part of it is adjacent to a fashion statement. I don't mean that in a denigrating way. I mean like, especially the Aya Neo stuff.
Yeah.
Where there's all the different colors and combinations, and it feels like they're trying to make it this extension of the person, almost like phones do. But I don't know if it's gonna succeed. I'm not sure.
I mean, kind of like, I did a video, who knows, it's probably out by now, go watch it, about the XPG Nia. Did you check out the XPG Nia?
What is that?
So XPG...
Is that A-Data?
A-Data, yeah, their gaming line or whatever. And
they made a handheld?
They made a handheld that's up there. I mean, the reason why I did a video on it, it's very early stages, but the reason why I did a video on it is because they're promising to use a LP Cam 2 module, which would be the first one,
that's
which, hey, is cool to be able to have upgradable memory, and they say that because they make those, they can do it at cost that makes sense. Anyway, no, but really, like they have a whole story of their I don't know if you know this, but XPG has like a whole story of the girls in this universe, and all of the products are named after the girls. I'm
not
like that is very like get into like.
I'm not into
the fandom,
the history and the fandom like you are. It sounds like you're.
No, I'm not.
You're basically an expert.
I took the briefing.
Right.
So yes, I'm an expert.
Okay, yes, got it. So, did you know that Zotac has a handheld here?
I actually was the first one to, I was the first appointment when the doors opened.
Well, la-di-da.
Yeah.
I apologize.
And I said, I got to run over there like this. You know, but
was it just, I only saw a photo, was it just a plastic shell?
No. They had engineering shells to like show it off. But yeah, you should go watch the video on PCWorld.com.
I will do that.
PC World YouTube.
Yeah.
It's up in one of the corners. I think it's actually not a bad story to tell because Zotac is known for mini PCs. And they were like, hey, listen, it's just a mini PC with controllers and a screen. Not just. So yeah, it's the controls right now that kind of like, you know, the ergonomics that I think kind of falls a little flat. But I have more faith in them to understand internal cooling and components and you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if they could connect their thermal pads to the MOSFET, I would also have faith in them.
Well, but I think the other big thing, and we know this by you know other handhelds, like no software to show off right now.
Sure.
And that, you know, a lot of times that experience can
so
be
what do you think? You know, if you were to try and break down the handhelds into like, let's say the big four. Let's choose four.
I know, we get this question all the time of like, okay, which one should I buy, right?
Yeah.
And for the most part, people default to Steam Deck, which I would agree.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the easy one. Hey, do you want a more console-like experience? Do you want to not have to worry about things?
Proton is extremely good.
Yeah, I mean, it falls down where there's specific games that need that, you know, the certain DRM or anti-cheat kind of stuff. But for the most part, Steam Deck, it's good hardware, good price. But I actually do prefer Windows on the handheld because I like being able to go in and tweak things like to a different degree. I don't need a console experience. I don't need my handheld. Pun intended. I don't need my handheld to be like, hey, this is more like a console. Yeah. For me, I'm a big boy. I can use Windows. Yeah. You know, sure, it's not the best way to navigate Windows, but
so in Windows, you can also switch to Steam Big Picture mode,
and that's what I do.
Yeah,
for
which
the most
feels
part.
very similar to, in some ways, the Steam Deck. But,
yeah. So usually, that's what I do. I say, hey, default Steam Deck. If you just want a console-like experience, go for it.
Do you think
if you want to tinker and get deeper,
yeah,
then it's usually one of the major two of like an ROG Ally or Legion Go, if you know that's your flavor.
Do you think it's a fad? Like, do you think this is in 2 or 3 years, if we meet up for the same topic in a couple of years, what will be in our wake behind us?
I don't know. I really hope it's not a fad. I really don't think it is, because I think the Nintendo Switch like showed that, hey, handheld is like a thing, and I think, oh wow, PCs can be really good handhelds too. But also I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a fad, because all the companies keep telling me. I mean, that was the first question I'd asked Zotac. That was the first question I asked XPG. You know, like, I'm just like, why do you feel like you want to enter this market? And they're all like, because this is a booming market and we want to be in it, you know, with our brand. And like, okay.
I feel like
will that last? I don't know. But I think that's more than a fad.
The Sugo 17 is a case that gives you crazy hardware flexibility in a compact package. Crave airflow? The Sugo 17 can be configured to support up to 11 case fans. Need liquid cooling? No problem. It can be configured with not one, but 2 360mm radiator fans. Head to the link in the description to check out all the other configuration options and pick up this premium case today.
I'm not sure yet, because I feel like, so I was thinking about this a little bit, and I think especially outside of the US, you know, we're based in the US. For Americans, that means the world revolves around us.
Yes.
And for us, you know, I was thinking through how we noticed that the popularity, so actually the YouTube demographics, you can see like the geographic location of the anonymized data who watches stuff. I was noticing a trend where there were a little bit higher views from places not the US on some of our handheld videos.
Yep.
I was trying to think through why.
I've seen that as well, yep.
So the best thing I could come up with, and this is me pulling something out of my ass for it, it's already out. Don't shake my hand when we're done. Okay. The best answer I have is maybe public transit, because like, I don't know if that's good enough, but like if you're spending time commuting to and from work and school, like in the US you drive your car, right? You have to. So I don't know if that's good enough to make up the difference, but
I say either that or space constraint at home,
that
or maybe
makes sense.
like, I mean, because we all know that kind of smaller machines are more popular in Asian countries. Maybe people don't want to like share a TV or, you know.
That makes sense, dude. I'm sure your viewers can comment and tell us why.
I would be curious. I mean, because somebody, I've had plenty of people tell me in, you know, back where I'm from, you know, just be like, hey, why would I play in a handheld? I got a gaming PC right there.
Right.
And some people don't have that option. So I don't know. It is a crowded market. I do like that people are doing different things. I think there is room for all these to have something, but I also do think the competition is real stiff, and it is actually making some people like do better.
So who's gonna thrive, do you think, if we pick a brand? You know, like, to me it seems like Valve is extremely relevant. Credit to them, they effectively recreated this market.
Yes.
Nintendo, I think, gets a lot of credit as well, but the current iteration we're looking at, I think we can say, okay, Valve kind of did this.
Well, and I feel like they're going to be slow to iterate, and they're just going to have like the base level. Hey, this is good enough. This is our experience. They're never. I don't think they're actually going to ever be the innovator past what they've done now.
Yeah, they're going to stop after 2.
Yeah, they're going to be very 3. Like, that's what you think.
Well, I mean, look at the history, right? Half-Life 1.
Okay. Okay. It took me a second. I was like, wait, you know some special information? No, I think Asus. I think Asus is the obvious answer.
Yeah,
like,
despite the problems I have with them right now.
There's a link in the corner. But honestly, I think because that's the other question I ask a lot of these companies: Asus, MSI, Lenovo, the bigger companies. Are you invested in this?
Right.
Like, can you continue to go, especially through like the road bumps with MSI? They had a rough launch. Some of it was them. Some of it was Meteor Lake.
Do you think MSI got MDF, Marketing Development Fund, from Intel? Why did MSI make an Intel handheld? Adam, you know these things. I've heard you talk off camera. You are all-knowing about handhelds. There's a lot of things he can't tell you. He's only sort of told me. Why did Intel and MSI work together?
I think a lot of these companies are trying to look for a market differentiator. Right, and that
so
was.
So they chose to make it worse.
Yeah, hey, listen.
How do we stand out? Let's make a shitty
Maybe
one.
they didn't know at that time that Meteor Lake was going to have the teething issues, or maybe they did. Hey, what is that saying? All press is bad press is good press, or I don't know.
All press is good press.
Yes, exactly. So But they are sticking with it. I actually have an interview with Cliff on the channel that posted this morning, and I did ask about that. Like, are you in it? Are you committed? Even through the teething pains, are you willing to learn from the mistakes and like stay in this? Or are you just like, cut our losses and run? So I think they're looking to differentiate themselves, and right now that's Intel, which, you know, for better or worse.
Did he say if they're going to stick with Intel?
Yeah, no. So the Claw 8 AI Plus, now with more AI, actually has Lunar Lake. They're showing it off. It's under glass. You can't touch it.
Right.
But they're also saying the original Claw will also get upgraded to Lunar Lake as well. So, you know, and you know, we've seen some things with Lunar Lake so far that looks like it's going to be, you know, a little bit better. So I mean, I would love, and I keep telling these companies too, if you're the first one to market to say, hey, here's the same exact handheld, but would you rather get AMD, Intel, or maybe even Qualcomm, you know, later on?
Can I allow me to ask a question? I would ask Gordon.
Let me channel my Gordon.
I'm gonna have to modify it for you. This is the Adam version of the Gordon question.
Oh no, I need my notebook here.
That's right.
Gordon always has his.
So that is exactly the pose. You nailed it. So is Adam Gordon, is Intel screwed, parentheses, in handhelds?
Ooh. I mean, as of right now, yes. Like Meteor Lake, it's just not doing it. Lunar Lake, it's TBD. But they are talking a big efficiency game. They're talking, you know, bumps in the XE2 architecture, Z2, however you say it. Are they screwed?
Did they say Z?
Is it XE or Z?
I hope they don't say Z.
I don't know. I'm not good at pronouncing. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, I'm not great at pronouncing things.
Pronunciation was pretty good.
But Mini are they screwed in handhelds?
Do we want to qualify it more? For now?
For now, yes. For now, AMD, it's a known quantity. I mean, and I do actually think it is something to be said of even the new ones that are coming out, like the Ally X with more extreme.
Yeah.
Everyone's still sticking with the Z1 or 8840U equivalent, Radeon 780M graphics. I haven't been hearing people be like, what the hell, it doesn't have the next generation. I mean, there are some people that are saying that, but that's a good platform. It is still a tried and true kind of thing. So, yeah, AMD is the people to beat in handheld. But is Qualcomm gonna disrupt it?
I don't think so.
Because that could be another curveball. If Qualcomm comes in with a good story on handhelds, then Intel definitely has two fights.
Yeah, possible for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm curious to hear what people think in the comments of why you prefer handhelds. I love handhelds just because I'm just a weirdo. Beep.
Handhelds are interesting.
Yeah. But yeah. So, any closing thoughts? Do you think this interview's gone exactly how you expected?
Yes.
Okay.
I think yes. I think the Chinese was a surprise, and I think you did very well. I think my closing thoughts are just I want to see where Asus takes it, honestly, because they've established themselves, and the only thing I want to see from them right now is the customer service side improved, because if they can do that, it's like, man, I feel like most of the time it's kind of Ally Steam Deck, and like the Go's in there, but a little slightly different price. So
yeah. Well, crowded market. I guess let's see. We'll come back next year and maybe be like, hey, wait, is it a fad?
Round 2.
That'll be the title. Is it a fad? Round 2. And then my Chinese, I promise, will be even better.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually have to pay you to tutor me.
I can do that. Sure.
Yeah. Until next time, go subscribe on the internet where you can find Steve at Gamers Nexus, capital G, capital N.
That's right.
No space. And actually, I've been meaning. Technically?
Technically, there is no space in the company name, but I haven't changed it on YouTube because I am terrified of YouTube.
Yeah. Well, some people don't know this, and I actually been meaning to tell you. PC World is no space.
Really?
Now. It used to be PC Space World when it was Print Mag, but this was not my decision. But at some point, it's PC World, no space.
This is revolutionary.
So this whole time, you've been putting Gordon from PC Space World.
Oh, no.
He has been seriously offended.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go back through everything and
every single video,
change it
I
all.
want you to correct. No, it's fine. Anyway, thank you, Steve. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Until the next video, be sure to subscribe here on PC World and Gamers Nexus, and we'll catch you in the next video.
再见.
再见.